Today, we're looking at whether or not Study.com is worth the subscription cost. First of all, you need to know that they have several different subscription plans. They have the basic plan, and they have a higher level plan that allows you to get affordable college credits. Now, this is obviously a lot more affordable than your traditional college tuition. This is going to make it so you can get your college credits at a lot lower cost. It will depend a little bit on how quickly you work. So, if you have a student who is very self motivated and able to dive in there and get their work done, your monthly subscription cost is going to be a very good value. We have used study.com for several different things. We have used it as a tutor in the past and a full homeschool curriculum. When you are deciding whether that is worth the cost to you, you have to look at the alternative. For us, when we used it as our full homeschool curriculum, we had to compare the cost of buying our full curriculum when we were looking at buying a language arts curriculum and a math curriculum and our science curriculum and all of the books and supplies that we would have been buying otherwise. Now, we did supplement a little bit with some supplies. When we were doing science, we would supplement with some science experiments and things like that. Language arts, we would buy some books. Often we would end up checking those out from the library, so there wasn't always a cost associated with that. But this was a lot more affordable for us than buying a full curriculum for each subject, especially when we were teaching multiple kids. So, for us in our situation when we were homeschooling multiple kids, this was definitely worth the cost. It made it a much more affordable option than most of the other options out there. And the value was definitely worth it for us. We have also used it as a supplemental homeschool curriculum. This too was worth it because they have so many different classes. So, whether we were using it for our core homeschool curriculum or as a supplemental, we were able to find so many different classes that it made it such a good value for us. We were able to pay the monthly subscription and get so much for our money. Again, we were homeschooling multiple kids, and so we were on the homeschool plan, but it did make it such a great value. The key for us was remembering to use it. You just don't want to sign up for it and forget it's there. We got in the habit of using it daily. And so when we incorporated it as part of our regular homeschool plan, it made it a great value. I feel like we got a lot out of it, especially when you compare the cost. It's very reasonable for the monthly plan, and we were using it daily. So we got a lot of value for our money. The other way that we have used study.com is as a tutor. And if you have ever paid for an in person tutor or an online tutor, you know that tutoring can become very, very expensive. We would often use it as a homework help. My kids would come home from high school and not understand a math assignment, or they wouldn't understand something for their science class. And these upper level classes would become very difficult. And I was not always able to help them with these because it had been so many years since I had taken these classes. And so, what we were able to do is go find that class on study.com and find the topic that they were studying and find a video that explained that topic in depth. And that acted as a tutor for them. There were quizzes that went alongside with it. There were supporting topics that they could follow up with. And it just helped them to really understand the topic a lot better. And it was convenient. They could use the app on their phone. They could come home and hop on the computer and do it at midnight when they were cramming to finish an assignment and they needed a little bit extra help. And it was a lot more affordable than signing up for an in person tutor or an online tutor. And my kids actually liked that better because it was a lot less pressure than being in a one on one tutor situation. And so we found a lot of value in that. The one thing I will say is I know a lot of families fall into the trap of signing up for something and forgetting to use it. And so if that's the situation you find yourself in, then it may not be worth the subscription cost for you. But I would say give it a try. I have found it to be very valuable to my family. My kids have really enjoyed it. They've learned a lot from it, and they've actually had a lot of fun discovering new things that they didn't know they had an interest in before. Check out the link below this video, and you will find an offer to save and try study.com out. See if it works for your family. I know we've really enjoyed it.